G'day, we're David and Paula. Like many people, we've been working hard for many years and we're too young to retire, but we've decided to take a gap year from work. We've bought a new van and we're doing a lap right around Australia. This is the Leonard River Rest area, which is sort of the ideal spot to camp up before heading down to Tunnel Creek, particularly with Winjana Gorge closed for the rest of the year. So we'll unhitch and head down to Tunnel Creek today. Everybody's watching the weather warnings. We're all on flood watch here, and the authorities have indicated that the Gibb River Road might close tomorrow. So we're going to head up to Mt Hart, Wilderness Lodge or Mt Hart Station tonight after Tunnel Creek. We figure that if the Gibb River Road closes for a few days, it's not a bad place to hole up for a couple of days, and we'll reevaluate from there. This is just absolutely insane. Subterranean trail, 1.7 kilometres return. Be prepared to wade. There we go. Just keep coming. You're committed now.
The stalactites?
Oh yeah. Oh, I see. See, that's the fish eyes, the little fish.
Oh yeah.
Just reflecting off our...
Over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a deep water risk area.
Oh, come on.
You're all right. It's all right, you get used to it. You don't need to lean your whole weight on that thing, just put it out in front and just use it as a bit of a flotation device in front of you. Paula's enjoying the water. She said it's actually nice and fresh. So come on in, the water is fine. How many times have we said that on this trip? Keep going. You can put your feet down there.
No, come on. Oh yes, I can.
That was fun, wasn't it? Hey? That Paula says that's a nervous laugh. No, there might even be little like swallows, the birds. Yeah. She left a noodle in the car.
I did.
That's okay. We've got the dry bags. They're not a life-saving device. Yeah. We don't do sponsorships, otherwise we'd be saying these torches come from Olight. Keep going. I haven't seen any crocs, it might be too cold for them. Paula's got the headband on, she looks like John McEnroe.
Never a good look. Wow. Yeah. Is it? Is that good?
Come and stand beside me. you see any?
Hey?
Did you see any?
No.
Look what you did. Paula brought the picnic stuff with her. Don't know if you can see him. There he is. Freshwater croc. See if you can see his eyes. I'm hoping you can see him.
I can see him really well. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's actually much more prominent here, isn't he? He's just watching. He's a bit wary. He's... Oh. There you go, we can go home now. Alright, so you've just got your final bit of swim here, okay? Here we go. Alright, that's just me keeping.
No, he's a piece of wood in there.
Oh, is it?
Right.
Gave you a fright, did you thought it was something a bit more like that eye that's just right over there. Yeah? Yeah, you're doing well. Look at you. Easy, eh? Easy. Yeah, there's another one just over there.
There's another croc.
Yeah, just his eyes poked back into a little hole in there. Oh yeah, I can see both his eyes now.
Yeah, I'm not looking.
Let's go. You just flashed me.
Yeah.
There you go, look at that. And to think you're worried about this. You just breezed it. Alright. Tunnel Creek this morning, raced back to the Leonard River rest stop, hitched back up, and we've got this flood warning now, so we're going to head to Mt Hart Station, or the Mt Hart Wilderness Lodge as it's now called, and we'll bunker up there and we'll watch to see what the weather does. So we've got about 112 kilometres to get there. It's going to take a couple of hours. Good morning. So the rain got here overnight, so the weather system has come in. We don't know what that means yet, so they were predicting that the Gibb River Road would close today. Keep in mind, this is the middle of the dry season, so we don't know how long we'll be here. But it's a comfortable place. There's a bit of water lying around. So far, where we are, not too bad. We've got a little bit of water around us. We seem to be holding up okay. And we don't often put our sea gear mat out, but I did on this occasion. So even though the sea gear mat is wet, we're sort of clean, pretty comfortable. So time to go and get our morning coffee done. So this is the second morning of our unplanned stop at Mt Hart, and you can just see why they closed the roads around here. This is just a couple of days rain, and even this internal road is getting chopped up. So they've actually prohibited vehicle movements even in and around the station at the moment, and they're just shuttling people back and forth from the campground to the homestead as necessary, and they're more than happy to just do that as needed. So.
Good morning, Mrs. Mt Hart.
Good morning. Hoping to come up for a coffee if that's possible at all.
Yeah, no problems at all. I'll be down there shortly.
Thank you.
Yeah, look, it's been a very pleasant stay, and the team here are actually fantastic. We were a little bit unsure because the reviews were okay, but they weren't brilliant. But as it works out, the place is under new ownership, and they've very clearly been working hard for this season to repaint, touch it up, clean it up, and make it a better place. And I think that they've done a fantastic job. So it's been an exceptionally comfortable place to stay. So all things considered, if you've got a hole up somewhere, you know, even though the bigger trip looks like it's going to be severely disrupted. As at last night, they were pushing out the times where the rains might come, so we're expecting a couple of days of not so much rain, but then another little repeat burst, so the road might stay closed for another 5 days. We're just rolling with it. We'll see how we go with solar. At the moment we're doing really well. We're still sitting on 66%. That's despite this heavy cloud base. It's actually a little bit better today than it was yesterday. But yeah, we're very comfortable at the moment, still having our coffee in the morning. So what I'm doing this morning, there's no Wi-Fi or internet coverage down in the campground. The campground's about 1 kilometre from the homestead. So I've just packed up the computer and a few other things, and we'll head up to the homestead. We could set the Starlink up as well, of course, so it's not as if we're completely stuck, but since we're conserving power, you know, why do that? But I suppose the question I've got for our subscribers is, what would you do in this circumstance? So we were at Birdswood Down Station, so we were outside Derby. We got the news that this weather system was going to come through, and we thought, well, we're going to have to be camped up somewhere. It was always going to be unplanned, so you know, I'm just treading warily through some deeper mud on the track. We were going to have to be somewhere. We didn't know whether it would be a short disruption or a long disruption, so our thought process was, we're safe, it's a station, there's no issue, we can get ourselves to that station. The station's 50 kilometres off the Gibb River Road. In Kimberley terms, that's over an hour's drive, right? So the tertiary roads off the Gibb River Road, you know, everything slows down again. This road only gets graded once a year, so they've got to preserve this road, and that's another consideration we hadn't quite thought of. So the guys don't necessarily want us jumping straight on the road as soon as we can. You know, they're hoping that their main road in dries out before people start chopping it up, and we agree with them. But you know, we also figure that, all right, we get some experience here and it's a good experience, so be it. The worst that can happen to us is we wait for it to dry out, and we've got to head back to Derby and head around the sealed main highway rather than the Gibb River Road. But what would you do? You know, if you've got a warning which basically says Gibb River Road is going to be closed, you know, and the general advice is get off the Gibb River Road, you know, do you go to a main centre, or do you do like we've done? So I'd be interested in your thoughts. This is the power plant, so that's the noise you can hear. But this is the homestead, and I've got to say they've done a fantastic job. But yeah, but the guys taking it in stride, and so are most of the campers. Pretty excellent place, you know. And as I say, on those considerations, airstrip, helicopters, relatively high ground, beautiful. Some things, some activities that you can do. Yeah, there's a bit of an expense to all that, but you know, we're so far happy with the choice. If we got stuck here for an even more protracted period of time, maybe it wouldn't be. So
Yes.
that was actually probably one of the best helicopter flights we've done. But we've done some good ones, haven't we?
Done some good ones.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Like if you had to do it, the fact that it's been raining,
Yeah, it's been good.
it's sort of nice
Lots of
and
water.
green, lots of water and that sort of stuff, which you wouldn't normally get this time of year. So Paula's getting her helicopter hours up. Yeah, glad we did that.
Yeah, I'm glad we did too. That was good.
Look, it's a bit expensive, but you're just not going to see that country, are you?
No.
Any other way. So. We've had some encouraging news today. The forecasts are that most of the rain has sort of petered out. It's a little bit lighter around the place, so we're getting about 10 amps of solar in now rather than the 2 or 3 amps that we were getting in the heavier days. Still sitting at around about 66% of our power, so it's good. Well, spoke too soon. Morning.
Morning.
It's been raining during the night. Pretty steady actually. Well, given the amount of rain, we're in reasonable order under here. Been steady rain, but certainly enough to make a reasonable amount of noise on the roof of the caravan. We're expecting that there might be a little bit more. But hopefully this is the last hurrah of that weather system, and the only issue now will be how full of the catchments, how high have the rivers got to, and how quickly will it dry out. There was an opportunity yesterday, a very short 4-hour window, where they opened the Gibb River Road to the west for people near the ends to try and get out. About half of the campers here at Mt Hart decided to take that opportunity and head towards Derby, and the other half decided to stay just to see sort of what happened. So Mount Barnett Roadhouse is cut off. The Mount Barnett crossing is over a metre high, so no one's getting in and out of there. So we're just reworking our plans. And good morning, we're going into day 6 here at Mt Hart, and we've rained, another heavy rain yesterday, but this morning the sun momentarily appeared, so we're just getting some little intermittent spits of rain. Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, we decided that going into day 6 it's time for the fry up. We've done all right here. A bit of a disaster struck me this morning though, didn't it? What was the disaster that struck me?
No more milk. No more fresh milk. Better have powdered.
It worked.
Still better than nothing.
We're on state of charge about 45-46% going into day 6, so we've had just enough power seeping in to sort of get us to that level. The guys here at Mt Hart were very good. Some people were having some real difficulties. They had AGM batteries and those sorts of things, and the generator that they use to keep some of their amenities running is well and truly sort of underutilised and under capacity, so they've let some people go and set up their hook their fridges in and those sorts of things, because we've just been stuck here for a few days, and that's been very good. So I just took the opportunity to take the Bluetti over there, and as it worked out, my jump starter hadn't held its charge, so just as well somebody else had a similar model to that, and was saying that theirs had lost charge. I went and checked mine and it had, so just as well, so sort of topped that up, and using the little Bluetti for the editing. And we also put the Starlink on last night, so we ran that off the Bluetti for a while, so we weren't taking it off the house batteries in the caravan. When we first set up, we decided that we were going to set this up for a maximum of 3 to 5 days in one location, you know, without the vehicle charge, and we're sitting at 5 days now, so we got that calculation pretty right.
Yep, we're doing good.
Yeah, we're doing good. But anyway, you know, happy days, as they say, and we will finish the fry up and have some breakfast, get ourselves sort of scrubbed up, have a bit of a tidy up, and then we might have a nice hot pressure shower over at the amenities. Like, it's really tough.
That would be good.
It's really tough here at Mt Hart. You know, it got so desperate last night that Paula actually...
Go up for lunch today?
Yeah, we might go out for lunch today, but got so desperate yesterday that Paula actually had to have an espresso martini at the bar last night. Like, so pretty tough here at Mt Hart. But no, I can't say enough good about the team here. Wouldn't be dead for quids. Good morning, and that's something we haven't seen for 5 or 6 days. A sunrise. So we've been here a week tomorrow, and doesn't look like we're going to get news until
Tomorrow afternoon.
till tomorrow lunchtime. Yeah, so I'd say we're here for another day at least. So anyway, so we're just thinking about what we'll do tomorrow, but tonight we're just going to treat ourselves a little bit.
Yep.
Bit of a fire, bit of a steak.
Bit of steak.
Paula's going to make a stamper. Might even pull the camp oven out. We could have potentially got out via Derby again.
A couple of days ago.
That would have been just giving up on the Gibb, full stop. If we did
Yeah,
that,
we
weren't actually prepared to just give up on it. And we might still have made the wrong decision, but we'll just see how it goes. We don't want the Gibb to beat us. It might beat us, but anyway.
But not in the way it usually beats people.
Yeah, and so that's right. Just bog us down. All right. I think it's wine o'clock. Paula made us yummy damper last night in the camp oven. So, brekkie this morning?
Jam.
Damper and jam. Yep. On the trusty Snow Peak toaster. I love the Snow Peak toaster. Paula's not so convinced, and she's a bit worried about burning her fingers. Which is a distinct possibility. And look at that damper. Just like the bought stuff from the store.
You can't buy damper.
What? You can't buy damper?
Don't put the camera on me. Some things people shouldn't see. Is the window open?
The window is mostly open. There you go.
Pull it down so the air goes out.
I'm being bossed around from bed. She's getting breakfast in bed, but I'm still being bossed around.
Here's Dave helping Jay remove the doors off the helicopter. Woo-hoo.
Doors off. Really good. So we got to see some of the other gorges from the air, and couldn't get into Winjana Gorge because it's shut for the year, so managed to fly over that, and absolutely spectacular from the air.
Oh yeah, and there's lots of water everywhere.
Lots of water still everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of waterfalls.
Leonard Gorge, which we were not going to get to on this trip because of the delays, so we got to see that. And Bell's Gorge, we don't know whether we will or won't get there. So
yeah, because there's no one there at the moment by the looks of it.
No. All right, well, let's see if we can get some food. In part 2 of our Gibb River Road series, we get out of Mt Hart, part of the Gibb River Road opens, and we start to explore the scenic gorges. Again, thanks for joining us. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and remember, 100% of our YouTube advertising revenue goes to charity.